Hi. So today I wanted to talk about how many gacha games is too many gacha games. It's a question that I don't think that Genshin players have really had to think about a lot because Genshin doesn't really have any competition. And now, with the release of Wuthering Waves and ZZZ, like right around the corner, it's really been on my mind because I personally have been playing. I play Genshin all the time, and I've also been playing Star Rail, but now Wuthering Waves is out, so I have been playing Wuthering Waves quite a bit. So right now, I am kind of actively playing all three of those games, and ZZZ is coming soon. So it really is becoming apparent to me, as a longtime Genshin player, that my time is getting stretched thin right now, and that's before ZZZ comes out. It's weird because all these games kind of demand a lot of attention while simultaneously being super casual. So like Genshin, it probably takes the longest to do dailies in, and that's like less than 10 minutes. It would never take you 10 minutes to do all your dailies and spend all your resin. But somehow we all end up spending hours and hours and hours in the game. So, that's just how it is. In Star Rail's it's less than 5 minutes. Spending your resin in Star Rail is the same thing as doing your dailies, so you can just log in, auto play your domains, and you're done. You've done your dailies. So there's like no excuse to to not have done the Star Rail dailies. But Wuthering Waves is similar to Genshin, I'd say. Spending resin and doing dailies is slightly different, so you have to... It'll take more than 5 minutes, but it'll never take you 10 minutes. And that's these two games. I suspect that ZZZ is going to be similar to Genshin and Wuthering Waves. It'll probably be 5 to 10 minutes to do your dailies and spend your resin. And if you think about it like that, really, to do your dailies in all 4 games once ZZZ comes out, it's probably going to be like half an hour of effort every day, right? So it's like, don't we have enough time for all 4 games? And of course, the answer to that is definitely not. To have fun in these games, like, spending half an hour to do your dailies in all 4 of these games and then going to do something else is not what any of us are doing, We want to spend time in the world with the characters we're building and stuff like that, or whatever, whatever reason you have. We all have our reasons that we spend hours and hours every day playing these games. And, those reasons aren't really going to be accommodated in half an hour and stretched between 4 games every day. And that's just dailies, so obviously there's the Archon quests or whatever, the main story quest that comes out, and the events that come with these games. Genshin events, it varies kind of wildly. Star Rail events, it doesn't vary. It's about 1 million hours to do any event in Star Rail. And we haven't really seen what Wuwa's events are going to be, but I would suspect that they're gonna follow Genshin's lead a little bit and try to get some character interactions. I hope they do. Dear God, we need some more characterization of that game. But and I also suspect ZZZ is gonna have the same. It will have events to do, and that's what the fun is. The quests and events that come out for these games are really fun. So, to play these games, we're going to want to spend more time in every game, more than half an hour every day, right? So, obviously, cost is also an issue. Not everyone wants to spend a ton of money, and especially like stretched out between like 4 games. I personally enjoy the Welcome Moon like aspect of these games. So like in Genshin, it's called the Welcome Moon. It's $5 a month. And, Star Rail and Wuwa have the same things, so that's, once ZZZ comes out, if you want to play all 4 of them with the Welcome Moons, that's $20 a month. Which, I mean, it starts to add up. You know, that's Netflix, I guess. And I definitely spend more hours on these games than I spend watching Netflix. But you know, it's still not everyone can justify spending that much, and that's $5 a month for these games. You know, people want to spend way more, obviously. So it's kind of, that is something to think about. But really, an interesting aspect to all of this is what we get out of these games for the time and money that we spend in them. Obviously, we get amazing characters. You know, that's what I value, the characters and the story and stuff like that. But we also get hours and hours of cool combat and gameplay or whatever, cool events, cool storylines, and getting more games giving us more of what we want doesn't seem like a bad thing, but it's kind of hard to gauge. So what I'm trying to say is we're going to have to think about this a bit more. Obviously, these 4 games aren't the only 4 games out there. There's plenty of other games coming out. You know, Project Mugen is coming. The Arc Knights game is coming. You know, I haven't played, you know, I know nothing about those games, but, you know, I'm a very casual gacha gamer, so I don't know a ton of, I don't have my ear to the ground on all the news, but, you know, plenty of people are really excited about plenty of other games coming out too. But me personally, you know, the ZZZ coming out is what's, you know, what's really making me think about this sort of problem is, you know, there's only 24 hours in a day, right? So we're really gonna have to think about what games we want to spend our time on, you know? So with all that in mind, my point is, all these games are giving back, you know, the amount of effort and time and money you put into these games, you know, they're giving us stuff back too. And it's great and it's wonderful, you know, I love these games. So I personally can't wait for ZZZ to come out. I'm really excited about it. And I love playing all these games, you know? And it's true that, you know, playing 4 games, obviously, like, I'd say some of them are gonna sit on the back burner a little bit. Me personally, like I said, I've been playing those 3 right now, and Star Rail has been really on the back burner for me the past couple weeks, but that's not really that big of a problem. Again, Star Rail, it takes less than 5 minutes to do, to spend all of your time gated stuff. So it's an interesting decision we have to we've got to make here, or decisions we've got to make here. And you know, more and more games are starting to come out, so it's just something I've been thinking about. So kind of in conclusion here, my thoughts are, this is all a big win for the players, obviously. All these games coming out, it's just giving us options, it's just creating some competition in the field, which obviously Genshin needed some. You know, I'm not a huge Hoyoverse hater, you know, but I do think it's probably healthy for them to get some competition. I don't know how much competition Wuwa really is, or the Arc Knights game, or Project Mugen. I don't really know if Genshin is really afraid of any of them, but it can't hurt. It's all a win-win. Whatever it is, it's a win-win, because any of those games could give you exactly what you want, or incentivize Genshin to start giving you what you want, or whatever, you know. And no matter what, you know, Genshin's trucking along, you know, we're gonna get whatever it is we've been getting, I guess. If they've made one thing clear, it's that they like sticking to a status quo. But yeah, I think it's good. I think it's a really good thing that all these games are coming out, and I'm excited. I'm excited for the future. I can't wait for ZZZ. I think it's gonna be really fun, especially now after having played Wuwa. You know, I'd feel really bad if ZZZ came out and I stopped playing Wuwa, but you know, anyway, I'm really liking thinking about this, and I can't wait for ZZZ to come out.